me a king, buy me a crown. Oh my, oh my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who try to ride me, oh, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. Pay attention, I'm on a mission, man with a vision. Got a passion, making it happen, ready for action. And this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who try to ride me, oh, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. So anyone who try to ride me, oh, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. And this is my world now. And this is my world now. And this is my world now. This is my world now. Hey! Here we go! We're coming, ready or not, you better steady yourself, because we're racing some hell. There's nothing keeping this roof from blowing on. We're taking over the town, hit the switch and shut it down. Like Indian, we're electric, never stop. We're coming, ready or not, we're coming, ready or not. We're giving all that we got, we're giving all that we got. We're coming, ready or not. We're throwing gas on the fire, the stratosphere getting high. We're trouble when we get crazy, we get wild. Got dynamite in our blood, get ready and buckle up. When we go big, we blow up in ferocious style. We're coming, ready or not, we're coming, ready or not. We're giving all that we got, we're giving all that we got. We'll never throw in that white towel. You're never knocking us out. We're coming, ready or not, we're coming, ready or not. 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 Oh, pain on our face. Oh, drums of thunder that keeps our pace. And make no mistake, we're coming for you. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. We're coming, ready or not. We're coming, ready or not. We're giving all that we got. We're giving all that we got. All that we got, yeah. We'll never throw in that white towel. You're never knocking us out. We'll never know. We're coming, ready or not. We're coming, ready or not. We're coming, ready or not.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Our family started RVing a few years ago, and when I think about all those campfires and fishing trips and sporting events, these are memories that are going to last a lifetime. I want to help others do the same thing. Hi, I'm Kevin Smith, General Manager at the all-new Click It RV in Milton Freewater. People in this community are very familiar with this location and the great service they've always received. So the biggest question we get is, where is Keith? The great news is, Keith is still here.
I've seen a lot of changes. I've seen a lot of things come and go. Through all the changes that we have seen, one thing that has not changed for us is the quality of our service.
Buying an RV is a big purchase, but it should be a fun and happy experience. So whether it be in sales or service or parts, our mission is simple: be the best. From our team here at Click It RV in Milton Freewater, we invite you to come down and experience the difference.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the fabulous Lincoln Speedway here for opening night. It is what we would like to say Robinson Racing Promotions and the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League co-sanctioned event here to get these drivers ready for Pro Qualifiers, which starts next Monday night for a chance at some Pro Series practice. My name is Alex Robinson. I am joined by Wesley Outland. Charles Wooten is the producer here for tonight. And Wesley, we got some of the best showing up tonight here, and some of these guys that are ready to test and tune for Monday night and see if they're ready to compete with someone that is not a defending champion, but a previous champion on the late model side of Blake Majulis is in attendance. Dylan Hauser as well in attendance for tonight's racing action.
And by the way, there is quite a talent pool that is lined up in the virtual pit area, ready to come out for this race here at the Lincoln Speedway in Abbottstown, Pennsylvania, virtually. It's going to be an exciting race. Should be a good time. And Alex, it's good to work with you again. Besides doing the Northwest Racing Series this year, me and you back in the early 2020, 2021, done the World of Thunder Dirt races together on Sunday nights. And man, it's awesome to see where you've grown in your broadcasting, announcing career, and it's looking forward to working with you here tonight, bud.
Oh, yeah, and Wesley, I forgot we have one bigger name in attendance as well, and that's Hunt the Front's Jesse Enerkin. I talked to Jesse last night. He was thinking about it, and all of a sudden I see an entry, and they said, I'm paying for Jesse, and Jesse's here. So Jesse Enerkin from Hunt the Front in attendance for tonight. So we're just waiting on our
driver's meeting to
admin,
conclude.
The blimp of Stephen Calavoda is the admin for tonight. So Wesley, we bring the best of the best, and he is one of the best race control and race admins here on the server.
Oh, yeah.
Let's pay some big bucks for these drivers, but also I'll bring in one of the best to keep these drivers under control. But payouts will be restructured just a little bit. The payout for the winner is still going to stay the same, and that is $120 to the winner yet still tonight. So again, $120 to the winner, and the prize pool, so only $100 to the champion for the points fund. But think about it in retrospect, $120 per week. You know, that's some good money in your pocket, and to think everyone that gets paid out is making at least $10 more, if not a little bit more, than what they paid in a $10 entry fee. And, you know, we didn't hit that 40 driver mark tonight. Hopefully we hit 40, if not more, next week, as maybe the word gets spread out a little bit more here. And Wesley, if we hit 60 cars, we're going to be in for a lot of fun, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, yeah, man, no doubt. As right now we see Brent Evans qualifying the 101 Rocket XR1. We'll see what he can do here in the Cherokee Landscaping All-Star Science Performance Go Lithium 101. We'll see how he goes in qualifying. Obviously, all these drivers trying to put down their best lap to qualify. Hey, but listen, I still got a big kudos to you, though, Alex, to come out of the gate with you and Drew Hopkins with this co-sanctioned series for iRacing. To have 34 drivers, 33 drivers in race one as we see Dylan Fox qualify now for D1RT. That's still a good car count to come out of the gate with.
There is some major talent. And Wesley, can you send me timing and scoring? Because apparently I lost timing and scoring.
I will. Just stand by, my friend. Take a look at your VMix Communications chat. By the way, big thanks to Charles Wooten, always doing a great job on our production as handling. He says he calls him Meatloaf, the Meatloaf. We got the blimp, we got the Meatloaf for race director and the producer. Am I missing something here? I thought there's Blake Majulis, one of the great money guys of dirt, the 127. Boy, oh boy, we'll see what he can do. He's coming after your money, AR.
Oh, everyone's coming after my money, and that's one person. You know, they don't call the man Mr. Moneybags for no reason. That man has won everything and anything that you possibly could here on iRacing. And, you know, surprisingly, the man just came back from vacation, and he's in attendance for tonight. And, you know, Desmond Busby, quick time here. Blake Majulis, Jesse Ennerkin, Jason Solter, Chase Barbera. You know, you talk about the pros in this one. Busby was on the Pro Series last year. Blake Majulis, you know, a champion in the Pro Series for late models. Jesse Ennerkin has, you know, a lot of wins in real life to his credit. Then you have Chase Barbera, another guy who made that Pro Series. But you see that 8th spot there, Trey Mills, that young man from Florida that won at Bristol a few years ago. Yeah, he's come into the iRacing ranks and has made a name for himself. And just behind him, Dylan Hauser, another guy who has made a name for himself on this server, and they're ready to go. So it looks like Desmond Busby set quick time here tonight. And Wesley, it is heat race action time here at Lincoln Speedway in Abbottstown, Pennsylvania. Probably about 4 heat races on tap, and 3. So 3 heat races. I set this darn thing up, and I still don't know how many heat races there are. But starting on the front row, Desmond Busby, who set quick time tonight, and to the outside, that 10 machine of Jason Salter. Row number 2 on that inside, the 101 of Brent Evans. To the outside, that is Coy Valise. Row number 3, Colton Herbert in that 28 to the outside, the 99 of Loic Bernier. Drew Hopkins at 157 machine. He will start inside of row number 4 to the outside, the 46 of Matthew Selby. Row number 5, Logan Herbert in that 31, and to the outside of him, the 29 of Richie Yost. The 20 of Lakin Martin, and the 18 of James Braswell Jr. will set shotgun in row number 6. So Wesley, 12 cars for heat race action here. Top 4, I think, will go on. I think I said top 4.
You think? Are Wesley, you sure? Is it?
Man, Wesley, I tell you what.
Top 4, top 5, go to the A, man. You're the promoter slash play-by-play guy. And
I give credit to format? I give credit to all these guys who do this stuff on a weekly basis. Especially, I'll give Stephen Calavoda all the credit in the world. The spring fling, I would not want to deal with that. Now, give and take, that sells out months in advance, but I wouldn't want to deal with that.
We had a ball working with Drew Hopkins for the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League coverage of the Sunshine State Nationals. You worked some of those races with me, man. That was fun.
Yeah, Drew.
And I understand that we possibly might be doing a prelude to the spring fling leading up to the week before that big race. We just need to broadcast that race on LSRTV. I know they want to put it on the other network and blah, 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 but I think it would really be good on LSRTV if we can make it happen.
I'm also kind of happy that they pushed the spring fling back, because it would have been a whole conflict and every chaos. If they would have been running Monday, Tuesday, they would have been running Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for some of these guys. So we avoided that, but Pace Truck is in heat race action. Wesley, we are green. No, we're not. I forgot. It goes out of the... This throws me for a loop.
The Pace Truck enters at Lincoln Speedway off of turn number 2. Now they're coming to turn number 4, but into the green.
Here we go underway and into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Desmond Busby leading them into turn 1 and 2 here. Side-by-side action through 1 and 2. Herbert Salter, that is your battle for that second spot. Belize in the 4th spot there. Drew Hopkins not far behind us. There's 3 wide there for that 4th spot. Belize, Hopkins, and Herbert. Car on the wall hard. That looks to be, another one, and that's going to be the point. Belize in the wall there. Not quite sure who. I think that might have been James Braswell Jr. in that other caution. Here we go.
Yeah, I think it was the 18. I think it's the 18. We'll watch the replay here. The 46 possibly of Selby is the one that ate the wall over there in turn number 4 as we were under the yellow flag here. Watch this. This is Selby. Got turned. Here he goes. Oh. By the way, Chris Ferguson Motorsports on the side of the 46 from Majulis C Speed Shop. And, of course, Evans C Speed Shop, Blake Majulis coming together. I kind of find that ironic, if you will, Alex, because they have, we know, have called many dirt sim late model races, and they beat fenders, they bump, they bang, they battle. And Blake Majulis and Evans C are kind of like the Hatfields and McCoys, but to come together and put together this the speed shop is pretty amazing.
Yeah, and you know what, Wesley, everyone says, oh, it's, you know, Lincoln's so small. They went 3 wide going. They were battling 3 deep going. I think 2-3 rows back, they were 3 wide going for positions here. So
I love Lincoln Speedway.
Let's see how, if this continues on, we'll find out, because the green flag is back out here, and it's still going to be Busby taking him into turn number 1 and 2. Salter, car on the wall. Oh, boy.
I want to say that we're going to stay green, but I think it was Martin and Herbert that got together. We'll still stand on the green flag, though, as it's going to be Desmond Busby coming to the line. He'll lead another lap, but we got now finally a lap in, and 9 to go as the leaders are on the back straightaway.
Tell you what, this battle for the second spot, Herbert Salter, Jason Salter in that 10 machine right now. He has company. Here comes Belize. Here comes Drew Hopkins. Those two get into it. Belize holding that 4th spot from Hopkins right now. Hopkins on the bottom side. Those two side by side battle for that one. And then up front still, it's Busby, Herbert Salter, and Busby out in control here by over half a second.
Yeah, Busby right now got the strong sauce going for him with the number 82, and we got another stack up, and we're about to flip Miles. He goes up and over, lands on his wheels after flying, and we now have a caution on the racetrack. Oh, wow. Tough break for Coy Biles. I think that's the 2nd time Belize has gotten the wall there, if you will, Alex.
Belize gets into the wall yet again.
That Hopkins is inside, yeah.
That was Hopkins. So Belize, Hopkins is actually Salter there, got sideways, and then just Belize nowhere to go, and just...
And after Belize got airborne and did once and over on his roof and landed on the 4 wheels, he just drove right back away again.
Leslie, I'll tell you what, these boys are ready to fight. But again, this is what happened, you know, and talk about... So, the weird thing is that final race, I'm going to be surprised, I'm going to be intrigued to see what happens with pro qualifying going on, because the issue is the season's going to wrap up before that final week of pro qualifying, so that will be on the new build of dirt. So are they going to throw them to the wolves there and be like, you know what? Here's the update. But now you have a week to do it, and Wesley, we might push the race. You know, if the update comes out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night's going to be an interesting race, to say the least, with these drivers getting used to a new kind of dirt build.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with the final round of pro qualifying going on and a season champion for us being crowned. These 6 weeks are going to be interesting, to say the least, here, because we're going to keep an eye on how these guys are doing, not only in our points, but pro qualifying points. But green flag is back out here, and they want to start off on the right foot here. Busby, he's still in control of this one. Herbert, Belize, and then there's Drew Hopkins still at 157 on the 4th spot.
Yeah, back out with the green flag with Desmond Busby, followed by, of course, Colton Herbert right behind him. Valise, even though with the problems that he had, he is right back there to the third spot trying to transfer along with Yost, Richie Yost. That's the battle with Hopkins and more behind him as they come to the line. Going to turn 3 this time by. We're halfway.
So Salter, Braswell, Selby, those 3 cars are in the pits. They're going to have to run an LZQ later on tonight here, as we will have probably a C and a B main for that one, but Busby out in front right now. He's looking to start on the pole for tonight's A main event. Herbert in that second spot, but then that third spot still up for grabs. It's Hopkins, it's Valise, and Yost not far behind these 2 battling for that third spot.
All of this going on now is, again, Desmond Busby is the leader. Coming to the white flag this time by. It'll be 1 more lap to go. Herbert, Hopkins, Valise fighting for that final spot. Yost trying to get into the dance as they work their way off of turn number 4 to the line. White flag in the air.
Desmond Busby out in front of this one. Hopkins, Yost, that's still your battle here with Valise as well. So Valise and Hopkins, they're trading that third spot back and forth. But Desmond Busby, he's going to take home the win. Herbert in second. Valise taking home that third spot there. Drew Hopkins in the 4th spot. So Wesley, heat race number 1 in the books. And that was some hard-nosed racing at its finest. Yep. A few cautions, but I'll tell you what, they cleaned it up, and we had some good racing, and heat race number 2 is coming up.
Yeah, Desmond Busby again winning heat race number 1. We're ready to go now, but heat race number 2 of the 127. Blake Majulis, he'll be on the pole. Never count out this man. He is one of the greats from New York. Chase Barbera on the outside of the 23, row 1. Row 2, Trey Mills in the 26. He's a real Floridian, and he's a real late model racer. Made history a couple of years ago in the inaugural Dirt Bristol Nationals. He won one of the preliminary nights, the young man. Runs also at All Tech Raceway. Logan Rumsey in 25, also a talent. Row number 3, Lucas Rourke in the number 5, and Cody Nevin will be in the 11. Row number 4, Bob Klein in the 7. Chance Carr needs a chance to be in 4th. He'll start 8th. And the final row will find Scott Nuff in the 6th and Corey Sibley in the 30. 10 cars. Oh, Zachary Nabel in the 35. Drake Dryman will be in the back as well, starting 12. 12 cars, 10 laps. Top 4 go to the A main for the inaugural Robinson Racing Promotions Kentucky Dirt iRacing League Round 1 Pro Series Prep Qualifier at Lincoln.
Wesley, talk about this one here. So we said about, Trey Mills, real-life racer. Lucas Rourke, he's a real-life racer. He runs late models as well. Logan Rumsey, a real-life sprint car driver. Chance Carr runs go-karts as well. So we have talent of guys who have run, we have guys from go-karts to late models to sprint cars. Heck, we might have guys that run modifieds here as well. Who knows what we'll get in this iRacing. That's why it's fun. The green flag is out here. And keep an eye on that 127 machine. Can anyone top that 127 when he starts on the front row? He leads him out of turn number 1 and 2 here. Barbera and then Mills. Trey Mills, that 14 machine. He's going right after his teammate there of Chase Barbera for that 2nd spot.
And that late model car of the 14 of Mills looks just like his real late model car as well. He makes a move down to the inside, battling for that transfer spot. Majulis, Barbera, Mills, Rumsey. Right now, there's your 4. It's a gaggle of traffic behind him. Back to the line on lap 2.
Mills, Barbera, that's still the battle there. And then Logan Rumsey in the 4th spot here. Keep an eye, that 5 of Lucas Rourke, 7 of Bob Klein. They're in 5th and 6th. Bob Klein, talk about Bob Klein. He has already signed on to run all 6 races this year. He's registered, he's paid for. So that 7th machine, he's committed to run every single race this year. So keep an eye on that 7th machine as he tries to get into a transfer spot. But Cody Nevin in that 11, he is closing in as well. So we might have 3 cars coming after that 4th spot there.
Watching Mills down to the inside. He's got Barbera up on the top, working their way into the corner with also Mills closing in. By the way, some of the numbers of the cars on track do not match the numbers on time and scoring. We'll do our best, as always, AR, to try to make sure we give you the right names. But right now, Majulis, Barbera, Rumsey, Mills, Rourke on the outside, and we're halfway home. 5 down and 5 to go.
Majulis out in front by over a half second. And you have Barbera, you have Rumsey, you have Mills. Those are your top 4. Lucas Rourke in that 5th spot. That 5 car in position number 5. trying to close in here, but you talk about this top four. Mills, Rumsey, Barbera, I'm pretty sure all three cars have house of speed on those cars. Dylan Hauser has built a pretty good stable, getting ready for pro qualifying, and right now they're looking good here in heat race number 2.
And something to think about as well, they've been going 8 laps since the drop of the green. Some of the best in virtual dirt on iRacing, eSport, battling here. Doing it, respecting one another, and coming to the line. This is it, white flag. Blake Majolis brings him to the line.
Majolis looking strong right now. Barbera in the second spot. Mills, he's going to try and hold on to that 4th spot, but Blake Majolis through 3 and 4. Blake Majolis, he is going to win heat race number 2. Barbera is going to get past Logan Rumsey and actually have the drag race to the line. What's time and scoring got to say about that? So they say Barbera finishes 2nd, Rumsey in 3rd, and then it is Trey Mills in 4th. And Wesley, one thing that these drivers are dreading right now is you're going to let Blake Majolis start on the front row of tonight's A main event.
Yeah, there is no inverts or anything after a redraw. When it's said and done, he's going to be on the outside of row number 1. There is one more heat race, 10 laps. And Alex, you got the starting lineup, buddy.
And starting on the pole, it is going to be Hunt the Front's Jesse Enderkin to the outside, the 88 of Jason Moore. Row number 2, Dylan Hauser on the inside to the outside. It's Tucker Elkins in that 87. The 22 of Tucker Anderson, he'll start on the inside of row number 3 to the outside of the 999. That is Dylan Fox. Colton Zimmer starts on the inside here of row number 4 to the outside. It is Hayden Tolson in the 327. 34, Gavin Eddy, and the 33 of Hunter Ridge. That's row number 5. Shotgun on the field, the 44. That is Lindsey Jones. So 3 heat races, and then we will run some alphabet soup here tonight. 24 cars will start tonight's A main event. And Wesley, Jesse Enderkin now has some pressure on him here because if you want a chance to win tonight, you're definitely going to have to start up front to chase down those 2 cars up front right now. Guaranteed that front row is Desmond Busby and Blake Majolis, and those 2 cars look very strong in their heat races.
Couple of preliminary laps, you're exactly right. Getting ready to bring it back to the green flag. The Hunt the Front Gaming heat number 3. We need to fix the overlays, by the way. That's from the Sunshine State 50. So.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
he's trying to reminisce, if you will. We're going to green. Heat races going here, 10 laps. And we'll see how things go. The pace truck is rolling onto the pit lane. Jesse Enderkin, Hunt the Front, ready to bring him to green.
Enderkin. Then it is Moore. Green flag is out, and talk about a great jump contact is Hauser with a good jump. So Hauser takes the 2nd spot, and there is carnage.
Wow.
In turn 1 and 2. Tolson involved.
We have
Elkins involved. I'm pretty sure anyone who started in position number 6 through 11 just got caught up in that chaos in turn number 1 and 2. And that started on the front stretch. Here we go, looking at the LSRTV instant replay.
Yeah.
And
you know, Alex,
this.
I got to use the, oh man, look at it. I got to use the quote from my great friend, the late Rick Eshelman, longtime mentor, friend, and colleague, and you know him as well. Open up a Waffle House, brother. You are scattered, smothered, and covered virtually in turn 1. Wow.
You know what, Wesley, I was waiting for you to say it. I would not expect anything less of that historic saying to be said at that point in time because, what we have, four cars at least involved in that one?
I think so, man. 4, 5, 6 cars, and they're still getting damage cleaned. And by the way, it's also to pay homage in memory to one of the great announcers and friends, Rick Eshelman. Definitely.
Wesley, you know the last time I heard that saying from Rick was at Bloomsburg last year, their first ever trip to Bloomsburg, and there was just a lot of metal being scattered everywhere on that racetrack.
Yeah. The last time me and him worked together and we used that same analogy was, I guess it was at Smoky Mountain Speedway with the World of Outlaws, when, 2021, I believe it was, or 2022. So, yeah, gone but not forgotten, and a lot of great memories and quotes and sayings and slangs he had for one of the best man of dirt late model broadcasting, Rick Eshelman. We're ready, though, to come back to green. 7 to go.
Go.
And I apologize. They reset it again. My bad. I've totally forgotten. They don't let caution laps count.
No, that's we do not let that thing happen. But Dylan Hauser, he's now in control here. So it's Hauser, it's Enerton, two cars that have made a name for themselves virtually and in real life on the late model scene. Jesse Enerton now closing back into the inside there on Hauser. The 1 and 2 machine battling for position number 1 and 2. Zimmer and Fox are battling for third and fourth there. Keep an eye on Gavin Eddy. He's that fifth spot. But Hauser and Enerton, talk about an instant classic so far for this top spot.
Had a little hiccup there at the start, but right now Dylan Hauser taking him to the front. He's up on the outside, making up in the lip, ripping the lip, if you will, making it work on the top side. And now there's trouble. Enerton goes into the wall. Tollison has to get on the binders. Checking up out of turn number 2. Yellow flag will come out. What a tough break there for Enerton. That's Jesse Enerton for Hunt the front in the number 1.
So, Wesley, this is... As I was just about to say before this caution flag came out, those two battling for position number 1 and 2. Think about that position starting spot. As you see, there it goes again. There goes Enerton. So think about that starting spot. If you win, you start on the inside of row number 2. If you finish in second, you're going to start on the outside of row number 3. Yeah, it's only one row, but the inside and outside, that is key for some of these drivers here. Some guys might want to start on that outside, but some guys want to start on the inside, and that battle for the top spot is where it really plays dividends here. So Dylan Hauser, he's still the race leader here. When we go back, we'll have 5 to go when we come back to that green flag. So Hauser, there you see the 22 of Anderson. He's going to hit pit road there, so his heat race might be done. Let's see if he'll rejoin the field. Maybe just going to go see what some damage is, see if it can get the sheet metal banged out a little bit before he hits the track again. But Dylan Hauser, that's going to be an interesting front 2 rows if you have Dylan Hauser, Blake Majolis, and Desmond Busby. 3 guys that are actual, they were in the Pro Series last year. 3 guys just getting their stuff tuned up and ready to go for another year. But Hauser and now Fox on the front row. Enerton, he's still in the back here, so he's going to try and gain some ground, but green flag is back out. Dylan Hauser, 5 laps to run here in heat race number 3.
Halfway home, halfway to go. And Hauser on the lead. Now comes Eddie now battling. That's Gavin Eddy going around Hayden Tollison for that spot. Fox will now go to second in the 999. Nice looking car right there. The white 999 behind him. All the while, Dylan Hauser. You think of Evan C., you think of Blake Majolis. Man, that's another name that's synonymous in the world of virtual esports, late model racing, and in modifieds, pro late models, it doesn't matter. He's leading the way here at Lincoln now in Heat 3 with 3 to go at the line.
Hauser out in control. This one, that 999 of Fox and then Eddie. That is your top 3 here. They are still close together here, not letting each other get out of reach here. So Hauser still has striking distance behind him here, as Fox could still strike and gain that top spot there. You see D1RT on that 999 of Fox here. He is closing in on Dylan Hauser. So with white flag going to be in the air here, Dylan Hauser has to hold off Fox.
Time running out, white flag in the air. Hauser up in front. Here comes Fox down to the inside. Eddie's ready for somebody to slip. Nothing there. They work the 3 off the corner. Well, I think we lost Alex. Checker flag falling over the speedway here, and at the end of heat number 3, Dylan Hauser, Alex Robinson will get it.
Wesley, I'm sorry. Our deary voice in our heads was distracting me. So, I'm pretty sure this... hey, Wesley, is it just me, or does our producer have the Sunshine State 50 on the timing and scoring ticker?
He does. He purposely did it. You didn't hear him earlier say something?
This man is just...
Oh, Meatloaf says, you don't throw me under the bus, I'll throw you under the bus.
So we will have a C main. So it's a C main, and then we will have a B main. So Wesley, in normal, in how we do it most of the time here in the real world, the C main, top so many, which I hope our lovely producer will tell me how many we got, but top so many will go on to our B main, and then the top so many out of those B mains will go into tonight's A main event to fill out the rest of our 24-car starting field for tonight's opener. Oh boy. So Richie Yost, Jesse Enterkin, that's going to be row number 1 on our C main.
I want to say
Wesley,
it's the top 4. I want to say the top 4 transfer. I think the top 5 came out of the 3 heats. And then you've got your 2 last chance racers, or actually 6 drivers will go to the B main, if I'm thinking correctly. We'll find out.
Wesley, can you run through the starting grid real quick?
We're all in this together. Richie Yost on the pole in the 29. Jesse Enterkin on the front, number 1, row 1. Row 2, Bob Klein in the 7. Locke Bernier in the 99. Row 3. Here at 44, Lindsey Jones. Chance car the 19. Rest of the lineup will include Jason Salt.
Scout Neff, Matthew Selby, and I don't know what happened to my partner in crime, but Matthew Selby will start in row number 5, and Tucker Elkins. Here we go, green flag is out, and we will go 12 laps the distance here. We're going to wait to see if my admin gets back to me of how many we got, but right now, battle for that second spot is there you see Jesse Enterkin in that second spot. Bob Klein, that 7 machine, he's looking to get at least into this B main. And right now, Enterkin in the second spot, but Yost, he is your top dog right now. Bernier in that 5th spot and battling with Jason Salter, so that's a battle for 4th and 5th. But Enterkin in 2nd, Klein in 3rd. Richie Yost, he is still your top of the board here in your C main car. In 6th, Matthew Selby working his way up. Remember, Selby got into the wall, and that wrote an end to his heat race early, so Selby having to work his way towards the front here. But we'll have little time to do so. 10 laps to go here. Yost, Enterkin, Klein, Salter, Bernier, that is your top 5. Matthew Selby, he's in that 7th spot. And I think my partner in crime is back here with Yost out in front, Enterkin, Klein, and then again, that battle for the 4th spot between Bernier and Salter, that's going to heat up even more because here comes Carr.
Alex, I don't know what happened, buddy. I know you asked me to do the lineup. I was doing the lineup, and then all of a sudden it just froze, and I had to reset. But right now, so many drivers are going to go to the B main. Yost is the leader, Enterkin 2nd, Klein, Bernier, Salter. Here's the deal. Obviously, you want to be in P1. Alex, we've been in these scenarios before many times in the announcer booth on C mains and B mains, but you don't want to be in that, you want to be in that transfer spot. You want to be comfortably 1 or 2 ahead of that transfer spot, because just like that, you're watching them race fast and furious for the lead on the way to the back to the transfer between Bernier, Salter, and Shelby.
And Jesse Enterkin right now, he's trying to get to the inside there of Yost. Bob Klein, remember we said he's one of those cars that's already signed on to run all 6 races. As Wesley, he is the only guy who is committed to run all 6 races, as he paid up front all 6. So Bob Klein is guaranteed to be here every single week. And right now he's looking to keep this opening night alive for that 7 machine as he holds that 3rd spot.
Well, we need more drivers than just him, but definitely glad that he's the only guy that stepped up to be the full-time competitor. But for sure, we need more. And you can be a part of it if you're tuned in right now. This is only week 1, $120 to the winner. Qualifying races, 6 weeks leading up to the pro events that will be sanctioned again by Robinson Racing and the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League. And right now, we are 3 to go with Mr. Richie Yost out in front.
Yost is still in control of this one, but Jesse Enterkin not going away quietly here as Bob Klein, he's dropped back to that 5th spot. Enterkin now trying to duck to that inside yet again of Yost here, so that battle for the race lead is going to heat up, and that 99 machine of Lloyd Bernier is as well in that 3rd spot as white flag in the air for Richie Yost.
Final time around for Mr. Yost. Got some company down to the bottom of Bernier. Bernier with Enterkin also in that mix. They're on the back stretch for the final time. And actually, they were coming to the checkered flag. My apologies. These camera angles at Lincoln Speedway can be confusing. They kind of remind me of Lima Land, if you will, Alex, but when it's all said and done, it is Richie Yost picking up the heat race win over Jesse Innerkin and Jason Salter and Locke Bernier.
Innerkin got it, Mr.
Correction. They're saying Jesse Hinnerton got the heat race win. Wow.
That's a C main.
Done with the heat race. Now we're going to the B main. So what?
Yes.
What do we got? Like 4 or 5 go to the back for this B main now, Alex, from the C main?
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. As I see it, like
you guys, you know, being the promoter, co-promoter of this event, you should have had a. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
My co-promoter wasn't even there when I set up this race tonight. So.
Gotcha. Well, we're all
Did I
in this
throw him
together.
under the bus?
You got Blimp, you
Here
got
we go.
Meatloaf. Which one are we going to pick on? It was.
But the B main is underway.
And by the way, I
Lucas.
owe you. So let me give you the lineup for the B main, okay? Final preliminary of the night. Lucas Rourke on the pole in the 5. Lakin Martin in the number 20, row 1. Row 2, Hunter Rich in the 33. Cody Nevin in the 11. Row number 3, we'll find in the B main. Logan Herbert in the 31. Colton Zimmer in the number 9. Starting in row 4, Corey Sibley in the 30. James Braswell Jr. in the 18. Row 5, top 10. Jason Moore, the 88. Zachary Nabel in the 35. A couple of more rows. Brent Evans in the 101. Drake Dryman in the 12. Row 6. There's your 12 drivers. I think we're taking, what, 2, 4?
That's right. I guess we did change it. We were supposed to go C into B, but apparently, I guess we changed that before we went in.
It's all unraveled. We're going green. We know that much.
I don't care. Somebody's making the feature, and some people are going home. That's all I know, and that's all they know. Green flag is out, Wesley, and that's.
Hell, let's start all of them.
They don't call last chance qualifiers for no reason. It's your last chance to make the dance. And right now, Martin and Rich, that's your battle for the second spot. But Lucas Rourke out in front. And then you see the 11 of Cody Nevin. He is going to try and split the difference there as that he's trying to get to that second spot.
If you're in this hooligan race, the last chance qualifier, you have had yourself a bad night or just maybe was strong enough but just missed it by a couple of spots. This is your final opportunity to go into the A main. Lucas Rourke is out in front. Right now, Lakin Martin and also Nevin top 3 as they work again off the corner out of 4.
Nevin in that third spot there. Rich, Herbert, Zimmer. That's your 3rd through 6th. Sibley, Braswell, Moore, Knable. Those guys are in the back there. They're trying to still work their way up to the front. But Lucas Rourke right now, he's looking pretty good out in front by over that half second. And think 12 laps, and he's already within, what, 4 or 5 laps there? He's already moved out almost over a second in front of Cody Nevin. But again, that battle for the second spot, his caution flag is in the air. And I have a feeling the 999 of Sibley might have been involved in that one.
So the yellow flag coming out. We're going to find out and see what happened to Silby. And we'll reset him here. Oh my! Wow. Yeah, he's definitely he's definitely shooken every which way but loose like the monkey from the movie.
Wesley, what do they say? Plows down.
Plows down. Yeah.
Plows down. Or if you're from the great state of West Virginia,
they
it's
say send
down,
it, but you don't want to send it when you're airborne like that, right?
Well, if look. Let's go about 70% of the time. If you're airborne like that, it's because you did send it. I don't think he sent it, but 90% of the time, it's because they sent it is why they're in the position they were in.
That's right. Well, they better send it a little bit more because there's a couple of drivers that are on the outside looking in. The first of 6 weeks leading up to the official iRacing World of Outlaws Pro League Series. What does that pay now? $50,000 to win? Don't it pay $50,000 to win now? To win that championship,
like that,
Alex?
And, something like that. And Wesley, guess what? When that all gets kicked off, we'll be back here on a Wednesday. We'll be back here on a Wednesday night to do it all again.
We'll do it again. Yes. And by the way, don't forget, stick around tonight. We're going road course racing on LSRTV after this one.
LSRTV brings you the best right now. They're trying to go 3 abreast, as that is a battle here. Rich, Mark, Zimmer, they're all right there trying to go in. They're going to go 3 wide again. You see the 9 of Zimmer. He's actually trying to make this a 4-wide race now, as Zimmer trying to get into the top 4, if not top 3 here, is that 09 machine. But Lucas Rourke, now remember, he was out over a half second. Now Nevin goes to the inside here, so Cody Nevin takes advantage of that caution, and now he is going after your race leader.
Got about 5 laps to go right now. Rourke is the man up in front, but here comes Cody Nevin looking outside, looking inside, trying to make a move. Also comes Martin in the mix, Lakin Martin. And all the while, also some slow traffic in front of those leaders as they work to the back straightaway. 4 to go, 3 to go at the line.
Rourke still in front here with 3 to go. Nevin in the second spot. Rich, Martin, Braswell, that's your top 5. Herbert and Zimmer, those 2 aren't going away quietly as they're closing in here to make this yet another 4 to 5 car battle here for your top 3 spots. As you see, there's your top 3, so top 4, as there they are battling it out. So Martin, Braswell, Herbert, Zimmer, those are your 4 cars on your screen right now with that 20 machine of Martin up top. There you see Braswell on the bottom, then Herbert and Zimmer here. Wesley Outland, white flag in the air for Lucas Rourke.
This is it, final time. And look at this 3-wide battle up on the top shelf as Lakin Martin. Meanwhile, Rourke is the man up in front. That beautiful looking number 5 comes off of turn number 2 to the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. He can coast from here. He's pulled away at least far enough from Nevin as he almost takes it off the wall. It is Lucas Rourke winning the B-Main. He'll go to the A-Main feature coming up later tonight in Lincoln, Alex.
Wesley Outland. So these guys are going to get a little time here, get their car ready, adjust. You know, these guys need to get the car ready just like anyone else here. But Wesley, let's run down the schedule here and what's to come here, because we got a pretty decent schedule and a pretty decent time coming up. So next week, just 7 days away from tonight, we will be back in action here, 9 o'clock Eastern time again at Volusia. We are down to Florida, and then guess what, Wesley? We're back to Pennsylvania, to the Posse Country, Port Royal Speedway. The Speed Palace is 3rd round, and then Cedar Lake will be the 4th round, and then it will be Lucas Oil and the dirt track at Charlotte. That is how your field, how your schedule looks here. But again, that's going to be interesting with the update and everything else. But I'll tell you what. So we're not going to go to commercial because I hear that we are ready to go whenever we're ready and ready to go through the grid. Admin said he is ready to go.
Can I elaborate more on this? Obviously, you're going to have a very exciting 6 weeks, but again, you were kind of elaborating that we're also going to be with you more on Wednesday night. Can you explain what's coming after the, if you will, Pro Qualifier prep races that we have here tonight for the next 6 weeks?
So Pro Qualifiers, these are the prep races that Pro Qual officials will be on Monday nights on iRacing as checkered flag waves. We'll run through this real quick. Then the Pro Series will kick off on Monday nights as well. We will be back here the week before those races on Wednesday nights to get these guys ready, and maybe for the guys that didn't make Pro Series, a chance to still compete against the best for some money. So we'll be back with that schedule whenever the Pro Series schedule is released and the dates are released. But again, that will be on a new build of dirt, so we'll be intrigued to see that. But you see cars are gridding up, and again, for all 6 races this season, they will be 40 laps distance. So 40 laps is the distance for tonight.
So Alex, before we give the lineup, basically to elaborate and end this discussion, basically it is, if you will, the B series to make it to the A League on Monday night as they qualifier, like the way the Lucas Oil Esports Series used to do it, Thursday night, and then the big race on Friday during the pandemic.
This is basically, for some of the guys, you know, like Blake Majolis, Desmond Busby, this is just a test and tune just to get their, you know, get everything set and ready for that big pro series. For some of these guys, they're getting ready for that big show on Monday night to try and qualify for what will be the Butt Kicker World of Outlaw Late Model Series coming up in a matter of months, which we will have, again, we'll be back on Wednesday night. But A-Main rolling off here and starting on the front row. He set quick time. He won heat race number 1. He's looking for the clean sweep. The 82 of Desmond Busby to the outside. The 127 from Asheville, New York. That is Blake Majulis. Row number 2, Dylan Hauser will start on the inside. There to the outside, it's Colton Herbert. Row number 3, Chase Barbera for House of Speed. He'll start on the inside to the outside of the 999. That is Dylan Fox. Row number 4, Corey Valise will start on the inside to the outside, the 41 of Logan Rumsey. Row number 5, that's Gavin Eddy in the 34. Drew Hopkins, the 157, will start outside. And row number 6, the 26 of Trey Mills. Hayden Tolson will start in that outside. Wesley Outland, you got row number 7 out.
Jesse Innerkin will start in that position, along with also the drivers of Trey Mills and others. Looking at the rest of the lineup here. Then you've got Lucas Rourke, Jesse Innerkin, Cody Devon, Yost, Salter, Rich Bernier, Martin Braswell, Klein, and Selvey and Zimmer. And we are underway. You have a race. It's go time here at Lincoln, Alex.
And there goes the 157 around. That is Drew
Hopkins.
Hopkins around. Caution flag out before we even get through a lap. So Wesley Outland already. Caution flag is out. We will watch this as it was right when they got to fire. And here you see it. Let the chaos begin. It's a 157 machine. Drew Hopkins.
Wow.
Went around up front.
Oh, man.
Look at this. Even Hopkins.
Oh, there's more cars.
That's Braswell.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. That's the worst one. When you just go for a little turtle over and there's no way you're going back on all fours.
So Hayden Tollison caught up in it, James Braswell as well, and Drew Hopkins. What we thought was just Hopkins with a problem turns into being a multi-car accident on the back straightaway. They did not complete a lap. So what does that mean, Alex? We're going to re-rack and restack them and go for take 2?
Yes, we will.
Unless you pit like we saw Richie Yost just do, and you forfeit your position, just like real dirt late model racing. If you forfeit your starting spot, you go to the pits. Those drivers that were involved in accident, they go to the pits. If they come back out to race, like they're coming back on track now, you go to the rear. Advance everybody up there with Busby and Majulis, Hauser, Herbert, Fox. What a star-studded top 5. Chase Barbera, top 3 rows is what I'm going to say with those 6 cars. Man, that's going to be just... That's an A-main with those 6 cars in itself, if you will, Alex.
This is going to be a good one here. So again, when we go back to the green flag, actually, the ticker will say 39 to go. So when we go back to the green flag, we'll have 39 laps to go. Busby, Majulis, Hauser, those 3 cars, keep an eye on. All 3 won their heat races, but Busby looking for the clean sweep. As we alluded to earlier, he set quick time. He won heat race number 1. So he's looking for the clean sweep here. And if we get some sponsors, maybe they'll sponsor the clean sweep bonus in the near future here. But green flag is back out in the air. Here comes Hauser now to the inside. There goes Blake Majulis as well. So now Barbera there as well. So right now it's Busby out in front. There comes Majulis now to the inside. Side-by-side action here for that top spot. Busby, Majulis. That is 1 and 2. Dylan Hauser now goes to the inside here of Majulis here. So top 3 battling it out early on.
A little hiccup there at the start, but now some of the best of dirt racing on iRacing battle. It's Busby leading, Majulis right there in the number 2 spot. Hauser third. Meanwhile, they're 2 and 3 wide. The virtual dirt thundering herd roar off turn 4.
Busby, he's in control of this one, as you see there. Look at this. They're going 2 different lines here, some on the bottom, some on the top here, and there's no distinctive fast line for some of these drivers here. But there you see Busby, and then you see 3 wide going here. There's Logan Rumsey, there's Herbert, and there's Fox. That is your battle for the 6th, 7th, and 8th, as well as there is Trey Mills in the mix with that 14 car. So Mills gets by Fox there, and Now keep an eye on that 14 of Mills, because Mills might be looking to gain some more ground.
Leaders of the back straight away, and we have a caution as well. Yellow flag is coming out. Got about 5 laps in here before the yellow flag fell. 35 to go in this feature event. $120 going to the winner. Meatloaf, Charles Wooten in the production booth, and here's a look, Alex, at what happened. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. My apologies, Charles. Somebody else gave you that nickname. My bad. I read that the wrong way. Alex, look. Look, I love Meatloaf. I love Meatloaf. Here's a look at what happened. My goodness, Alex. That looked like the heat race ×2 all over again when we had that big stack up.
Wesley, they're sending it in deep and selling it cheap.
Exactly. Tearing it up from the floor up in the end of it.
That one they were sending it in 3 deep and selling it way cheap. But talk about some big movers so far here. Matthew Selby and Colton Zimmer, those 2 cars, remember that they got it in from the last chance qualifiers. They're moving up through the field. Last time I saw they were about +10, I want to say. Now, give and take, timing and scoring is doing their little reboot here. But Wesley, 5 laps in, it felt like we got a lot more than 5 laps in with how hot and heavy it was. So Selby and Zimmer, they're +10 here, so they're making their way up into the top 10 spots.
Yeah, it'll be really fun to see what goes on as the green flag flies out yet again. 35 to go. Busby on the whole shot. He's going to open up the door, though, now to Majulis and Hauser. Working to the back stretch.
Hauser under pressure there. There you see Coy Valise. Valise in that 4 spot. Hauser, Barbera. Barbera in the 4 spot. Valise, Herbert. Those cars are battling it out right now. But up front there, you saw Majulis. He is now your new race leader. That 127 machine takes it from Busby. So now the question is, can Busby regain some ground here on that 127? As you see, there is 3 wide racing going on in the back there. There goes Herbert into the wall. That's Trey Mills. So Mills moving up through the field here. Trey Mills now up to the 7th spot. So keep an eye on that 14. Remember, we talked about Trey Mills looking good so far in this one. It's Wesley. They were just 4 wide.
Dr. Greatness just went all the way from to the outhouse, if you will. He's put himself in the snake's patches. There's a storm brewing with all these cars behind the top 3. And there it goes. Car goes around. They're wrecking. We still stay green. 30 laps to go. And Blake Majulis is still the man out in front. But boy, it's going crazy. Jesse Interkin, I'm understanding, is the one that went around, but we still stay green, though, Alex.
Majulis, he's now getting out a little bit more in front. A half second he was, but Busby now closing in just a hair. So Blake Majulis, Busby, Hauser, Barbera, Rumsey, your top 5. Boy Valise, he's in that 6th spot, and there is the caution flag. And I think that might have something to do with that 157 of Drew Hopkins.
And there's that caution that finally should have came out when Jesse Interkin got wrecked. We finally see the yellow flag. Hey, by the way, I want to say hello to Cody Deemers. I see you in the chat box, buddy. Hope you're doing well, enjoying this event. Roosters community and everyone else that's watching as well. And look at this, Drew Hopkins, I believe I can fly. Oh my goodness, Alex. Your co-promoter's not having a good debut.
No, he's not.
It's
not a good day. It's not a good day for Drew Hopkins.
Well, we'll try this again. Oh, I've said it before. Wow, Blake Majulis. Alex, why is he driving all the way to the bottom of the racetrack like he is that people are asking right now in the 127?
So, are we talking during cautions, or?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's a really good question. Who knows? Blake Majolis is one of those people that I can't give you answers, because Blake Majolis.
Well, I mean, in real racing, if you will, Alex, and I wonder if it works in the world of the sim, he's trying to get as much grip and getting dirt on those tires as he can, staying to the bottom of the racetrack.
That might be it.
You sound like you are multitasking. You got a lot of things you're handling right now, aren't you?
Yes, because I already know how this is going to go. Once the checkered flag drops, I'm going to have my phone blow up by every driver asking me what the correct payout is because of the shortness of drivers, because it was based on a 40-car field. So I'm hoping to send this to Drew, and Drew to do the math of what is going on. But I got to... Wesley, again, I gain a whole new respect for all these promoters that do this on real life and on iRacing, because everyone thinks, oh, it's just a sim. Yeah, it's a sim, but guess what? The chaos is real, just like it is in real life when it comes to payouts.
That's exactly right. The prepping, the preparing, even for us broadcasters, we want to have notes, we want to have stats, we want to have information. That makes the broadcast be better. We're back to green, and they're on the loud pedal out of turn 4, virtual Lincoln Speedway. Blake Majolis and a stack up behind them. Big wreck, caution back out at the green. Wow. Better slow them down, guys. We're under yellow. The wreck finally cleared up before they got back around there, Alex. I'm gonna help my buddy Alex here for a second, because I think he's stuck multitasking. Here's a replay of, oh my goodness, what happened over there. Look at that. 999 wrecked, the 74 wrecked, and others. The 33 involved. That's Gavin Eddy, that's Hunter Rich. Hayden Tollison. Oh my. The 999 of Dylan Fox. There's your replay of what happened while we're under caution. By the way, 8 to halfway, 28 to the finish. Alex Robinson will be back in just a second. By the way, don't forget, coming up tonight, just after 11 o'clock Eastern time, about less than an hour away from now, coverage of round number 7 of the Northwest Click It RV Fixed Setup Series. It's going to be at the virtual Mid-Ohio Valley Road Course in the Buckeye State of Ohio. And, of course, Terry Radford, John Jason Rockefeller, and myself will be on the call. That is coming up in about an hour from now, 11:15 Eastern time, iRacing on LSRTV. Glad to have Terry Radford back in the booth with us also. The Road Course 3-man team, and we'll have time. Alex, you back with me, buddy? Have you tabulated, calculated, realized how much money you spent?
Drew's back. We had, what, 35 cars? 36 cars, 37 cars. That number is fun. Oh, so I also found out what happened to Drew Hopkins. So, see, this is why it's fun. So, it's VR.
People are texting and calling him, and he calls him to wreck.
His VR went out.
Oh, no.
So his VR headset went black, and that's not fun.
We've had that happen many times to our one-thumb wonder, Blake Majolis getting ready to come back to the green, but our one-thumb wonder, BJ Duvall, talk about things like that happening, for sure. And I think they made a decision, Alex, as you are the race director, or I'm sorry, who was it, Blimp? He's made the decision to go single file. We're back underway.
Yes, Stephen Calavoda is the race director, so I don't question what Stephen Calavoda does. That I pay the man to be the man. So that's his decision. That makes my life a lot easier here. I just handle payouts and everything else in between that. With Blake Majolis right now, there's one thing that him and Dylan Hauser like to handle, and that's winning and making some money out of this.
Blake Majolis pulling away. Hauser the number 2 spot. Desmond Busby 3rd. By the way, those were your heat race winners. And right now, 1, 2, and 3 on the racetrack behind him. Chase Barbera, Logan Rumsey. And we got another caution on the speedway. Look out. Well, here we go again. Lakin Martin, I believe, is what we're being told. 20 car. find out. Here's your replay. Watch the yellow car is what our producer Charles Wooten is telling us. Watch the yellow car. Oh no, that's Viles. Yeah. Cody Viles, Lake and Martin. Oh my, I believe. Turn me every which way but loose, and you turn me round, baby. Wow, Gavin Eddy. Pile it into your living room, Alex Robinson, if you will.
Oh boy, yeah. So, 26 laps to go. Blake Majol is still the man to beat.
You say that with such excitement.
Listen, do you want me to act surprised? This is like when Jonathan Davenport was winning races last year, and at the end of the year when he had one race to win to make $2 million, everyone's like, Davenport's leading, and I'm like, do you want me to be surprised? When him and Hauser are in front, I can't act surprised. These two show up when money's on the line. They win when money's on the line. Those two are leading us back to the green flag here and heading into turn 1 and 2. So Majulis, he's going to go out there and get really close to that wall. And now here comes Hauser. Hauser has company, though, with Desmond Busby right there in that 3rd spot. So Busby in the 3rd spot, Barbera in 4th, Rumsey in 5th. Cody Nevin, he's in that 6th spot. So keep an eye on that 11 of Nevin.
Inclination, they were ripping the fence there a moment ago, and the cars are getting very, very disturbed. There you see them again slamming off the wall. Greatness going at it again into the turn. All the while closing in on the halfway mark here at the virtual Lincoln Speedway. Blake Majulis, the New York native in his own world, leading the charge here at Lincoln in round 1 in the Speedway for the KDL and the Robinson Racing Promotions opener race to the Pro Qualifier.
So Majulis, Hauser, Busby, that's your top 3 here. Wesley, we're closing in on the halfway mark here. Blake Majulis, he took the race lead here about 10 to 15 laps ago. As it looked back here, Dylan Hauser in that 2nd spot though, but keep an eye on that yellow car, that 23 of Chase Barbera. Barbera not giving an inch here. He's closing in on that 82 machine of Desmond Busby. Barbera, right now, he's in that 4th spot. Rumsey in the 5th spot.
Yeah, we'll watch it all again, working their way again off the corner off of turn number 4. These Dirt Super Late models will send it back into the turn. Barbera now, the yellow-black 23, sticks his nose in the gunfight. He is now going to battle with Majulis and Hauser and get up to Busby and make it a big battle as Homos and Barbera into the fence, down to the inside. That's Busby and more in the corner.
Barbera now, he's going after Dylan Hauser here. He's going to look for that 2nd spot, but here comes Busby back to the top side. Busby, Barbera, they're going after that 2 of Hauser right now. Dylan Hauser trying to hold on to that 2nd spot, but can he do it is the real question there. That 2 machine of Hauser, he's on the top side. Busby a line lower than Dylan Hauser, and then you have Chase Barbera on that bottom side. Logan Rumsey and Nevin, they're on the bottom side as well.
All of this going on, by the way, closing into the finish. 17-16 to go, and they're moving through lap cars as a pit down to the inside, and there's still the battle for the lead. Up on the top shelf, ripping the lip is Busby. He's now going to deal with Hauser. Nevin is also in this battle as they come to the line with 15 to go.
Julius Busby, there you see Barbera, and there you see Logan Rumsey. Logan Rumsey, that 40 caution flag is out.
Oh, man, I didn't want to see that yellow flag. That racing was getting absolutely phenomenal inside the top 5 for 3rd, 5th, 6th on back. Wow. Alex, Charles Wooten finding another great job doing the camera work here. Here's a reason why we're under yellow as Mr. Greatness, Dr. Greatness goes around again. Is that Richie Yost? Is that unofficially Richie Yost in the 29, I think? Or Jason Salter?
In the Dr. Greatness car?
Yes.
That's
Okay. So fans, if you're watching, Colton Herbert is that driver. But anyhow, to let people know, the numbers, Alex, some of the numbers are not matching timing and scoring. And that's a headache for those watching, also for us in the booth. But we're trying our best to try to keep up with it. But so Herbert is the 28 car on Dr. Greatness.
Honestly, I forget to give me so many buttons. I go to press to talk, and well, I press the mute button when I start talking. Then Wesley, you got to teach me. You got to teach me how to use this soundboard properly. So I do that. Did that at the racetrack on opening night too.
Thought I had.
Wait,
what in the world? Just like using a real race, you have a soundboard. Mute, unmute. Coming back to the green, Majulis. 15 to go, Alex. We're back on our way at Lincoln. Look at them, 3 wide behind them.
Jules out in front of this one, Barbera, Busby. That is still your top 3. There you see Barbera. He's going to take it 3 wide here. 3-car battle for that second, third, and fourth spot. Dylan Hauser on the bottom side there. So now Hauser, he's looking still to the inside. And this is giving time for Logan Rumsey and also Cody Devin to close in here on a top 3 spot.
Track really beginning to rubber up as we're approaching the home stretch of this opening Pro Qualifier exhibition event in Lincoln. 2 and 3 wide to give it as well. They fan back out single file. They start ripping the lips. Some are going to go to the bottom and catfish to the inside and working off the corner. Majulis slamming off the boards. He's leading. Busby, Hauser, your top 3 under attack though as Rumsey and Barbera are coming after third on the back stretch.
Right now, this battle for that second spot, Hauser, Barbera, that's the one that's going to keep an eye on. This Logan Rumsey in that battle as well. And this is going to get very good here as 10 laps to go. Let's make it 9 laps to go. Car in the wall. Caution flag is out. Leslie, we're going to have just about a heat race distance to go here. And you know the one person that hates to see this caution is Blake Majulis.
But you have it any other way. A 10-lap shootout coming up because here's the deal. It takes away all that momentum that the number 10 of Majulis had. And look at this, the 74 imping the fence, collecting Jesse Erkington. Oh, no. Interkin involved, Lucas Rourke, Locke Bernier, I believe it was, Colton Zimmer. Oh, my goodness, Alex.
So, Wesley, this is where it gets good. I'm intrigued here. I don't know. I put him in charge. Are we going to go Delaware double file restart? That's what it looks like we are doing.
Do you agree with that?
We'll find out. I'm not in charge. Look, I pay my race director to do what my race director does. Do I know what he does? I don't know half the calls he does. I didn't know if he was going to go single file. I didn't know if he was going to go double file. But
and his nickname is Blimp. And by the way, someone else called Charles the other name. He hates that food. And I will say that I apologize for calling him that here. So Charles Wooten always does a phenomenal job producing. We're going back to green here. A lot of people with nicknames. Moneybags, Majulis on the whole shot with under 9 to go here in Lincoln.
oh, geez, 9 to go. I'll do my math after this one. But Majulis front, Barbera, Busby, Rumsey. Oh, geez, Busby, Rumsey. That's tongue twister if you try and say that fast, don't you think? And those two, they're going toe to toe, side to side. For that, for that 5th spot actually there now. And Dylan Hauser and Rumsey get into it now. And here comes now Dylan Hauser looking to get back into the top 5. As of right now, top 5 all will get paid out here tonight. Blake Majulis, he is still in control here, but Chase Barbera not going away. He's going to give it everything he has.
Yeah, Barbera, man, he's ripping the lip. Majulis will, but on the bottom middle lane is going to be that driver, Barbera. Busby right behind them, and behind them, there is a storm brewing. They are 2 and 3 wide. Hot dogs flying right out of the bun is going to be Hauser. Rumsey as well. to the line. 5 to go at Lincoln. Place your bets, pick your poison for round 1. They're in 1.
Jules, Barbera, Busby, that's your top 3 here. Rumsey holding on to that 5th spot here, but Cody Nevin not going away. Neither is Trey Mills here. We will have a 3-car battle here for that 5th spot right now, held by Logan Rumsey. Nevin to the outside here. Nevin's going to get to the outside. Rumsey going to slam the door shut here, and Nevin does a crossover there to the inside. So again, this battle for that top 5 spot, you always want to start off the season right, and a top 5 finish is a great way here. But for that 127 machine, he is looking to start it off just like he usually does in victory lane here. Barbera, though, he has lost some ground here. Desmond Busby, he's still in that 3rd spot. Wesley, this is where it gets down. Majulis just needs to run it clean here. No cautions, and Majulis is winning this race.
Yeah. Blake Majulis just doing a phenomenal job. Somehow he's made the top side work to his advantage. He's been able to hold off all other contenders coming after him, like Barbera, like Busby. 2 to go. Coming down the back straightaway. There's the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Blake Majulis trying to lock up round 1.
Blake Majulis into turn number 3, and for the 127, Mr. Moneybags himself, Blake Majulis is going to win week number 1 here tonight. Majulis wins Barbera in 2nd, and coming home in that 3rd spot is going to be Desmond Busby, Dylan Hauser, Logan Rumsey, your top 5. So that is your top 5 here tonight. But again, we got to talk about it. The 127 machine, we said the one thing you don't want to do is let him start on the front row. You let him do that. He took advantage of it, and he is your race winner.
So when it's said and done, Blake Majulis going to pick up the victory. Here's your post-race results. Alex will throw them out there to you real quickly. And again, Blake Majulis, Alex, just he's coming after your money. He wins round 1. You got the rundown of the race.
So Blake Majulis with the win. Chase Barbera 2nd. Desmond Busby in 3rd. Dylan Hauser 4th. Logan Rumsey, that's your top 5. Cody Nevin in 6th. Trey Mills in 7th. Bob Klein in 8th. James Braswell Jr. and Dylan Fox rounds out the top 10. Coming home in the 11th spot will be Colton Herbert. Jesse Enterkin rebounds to come home in 12th. Lucas Rourke in the 13th spot. Richie Yost in 14th. Coy Valise in 15th. 16th will be Hunter Rich. Colton Zimmer 17th. Luke Bernier in the 18th spot. Jason Salter 19th. 20th will go to the 20 of Lincoln Martin. Coming home in 21st will be Drew Hopkins. Gavin Eddy in 22nd. Then Hayden Tolson and Matthew Selby round out tonight's A main event. We will run to victory lane, where it looks like Chase Barbera will be the first car we will talk to. So we will take a step back as it takes me and Wesley a little bit to get down to victory lane. We will be right back with victory lane and podium finishers. And we are back down here in victory lane to talk to our podium finishers. And starting with that 3rd spot, Desmond Busby. Clean sweep was foiled by Blake Majulis, but a podium finisher here tonight, coming home in 3rd. A good way to start the point season and some good momentum going into pro qualifiers.
Yeah, for sure. We felt pretty good tonight. I kind of shocked myself being up there in the first place, but as the feature went on, we just tried to hold our own and just see where we ended up, but we're pretty satisfied.
I tell you what, Desmond, it was a pretty exciting race out there, brother. What was it like with you being right there in that catchbird seat? Because in front of Midjulis and Barbera, you guys are battling obviously for the top 3 podium, but behind you, you had some fierce racing happening.
Yeah, at that point, I mean, I was just trying to be patient and just hit my marks each lap. And, I mean, it was getting bumpier and bumpier each lap, or as the race went on. So we were just trying to be patient and just hit our marks and not make any mistakes.
A lot of sponsors to thank on that machine, so take some time and thank them here for backing you for this league, as well as getting you hopefully back into the Pro Series.
Yeah, I got to thank my team, D1RT, Brooks Motorsports, Duct Tape Racing, Nick Baum for the wrap, you guys for putting this on, and everyone who came out.
Well, that is your 3rd place finisher of Desmond Busby, and now that 2nd place finisher, Chase Barbera. Good run here tonight. A strong finish coming home in 2nd, but again, the same thing, some strong momentum, and you had a good chance there. Did you think about throwing a Hail Mary there on Blake Majulis, or were you content with 2nd?
I was just trying to kind of search because he could rip the top around in 3 and 4, and I was just a little too tight to do that up there. But he set up way freer than us, and it paid off for him in the end. So I was just kind of trying to conserve and run my slider line and just take home 2nd, maybe reel him in if possible. But I didn't see it happening.
I'll tell you what, Chase, man, that black and yellow machine looks strong. It's been a while since I've covered one of your iRacing broadcasts in the Sim on late models, but brother, it seems like you're just getting better and better week in, week out for sure. You happy with 2nd?
Yeah, we'll take it. It's a good start. Hopefully we can get one spot better eventually, but just keep putting in work. To go from like 5th to 2nd there is pretty tough because that's a really hard track to pass on, especially with the stiff competition.
Well, sponsors, anyone else you got to thank here for a strong finish tonight?
I'd like to thank House of Speed, HGR, Cocky Floyd Consulting, Dirty South Speed Shop. That's pretty much it. You guys for putting this series on to get us ready for Pro and get some of the Pro Qual guys ready as well.
That is your 2nd place finisher of Chase Barbera. And now to talk to our race winner, 127 of Blake Majulis. And you know what's funny? I always call this man Mr. Moneybags, and this time he's taking my money.
Yeah, no, it was cool to see an event going on like this. I was just telling all my guys I haven't been around. Kind of felt bad, just lack of preparation for pro qualifiers coming up. So I just want to make sure all my guys are good and ready to go for that. And I haven't been around, so I wanted to make sure I got into some racing tonight for some practice for everybody and test some stuff out that I normally wouldn't run. And obviously tonight was a pretty good testing night, pretty good win, and obviously some money. So I had fun, and I'm glad to see it come up.
A lot of people might not know this, but the native out of Asheville, New York is also an engineer at Rocket Chassis and Phantom Racing Chassis. From late models to go-karts, Blake, haven't called one of your races in a while, but brother, the nickname Mr. Moneybags still reigns supreme, as I was telling Alex during our post-race wrap-up to get you ready for the interviews, because every time you see the 127, you better look out. You're gonna go for the money. This has got to be a good way to get things kicked off in the pro qualifiers for the big road to pro or the big races that are coming up in the next 6 weeks.
Yeah, man, you're 100% right. Yeah, it's good to have you back too. I haven't heard your voice in a little while, so it's cool to have you back on the iRacing stuff. But yeah, thankfully we're locked into the Pro Series, so I'm just going to be really focusing on my team and my guys and customers and all that, and hopefully we can lock quite a few in and keep the momentum up that we had from last Pro Series up and grab a lot of wins and hopefully a championship.
Well, sir, you know the routine. What comes next? Sponsors, anyone else you got to thank for yet another win here tonight?
Yeah, Majulis Speed Shop, Evan C. Chris, all my guys, Team CFM, CFM Esports, everything CFM pretty much. Everyone that supports us, everyone that has helped us got here, and hopefully like I said, I'm able to give my knowledge and help out a little bit more when these pro qualifiers start out. So if you're looking for help, hit me before next week. We got a big season coming up. So if you're looking to make Pro Series, let's run it. WR1 Sim Chassis Represent Limited, Reliable Energy Solutions, Design 75, ML Performance. You guys for broadcasting, I appreciate it very much. And Alex, you for putting on the race. I appreciate it, my man.
Hey, Alex, I got to ask Blake one more thing real quickly before I let him go. I never would have thought I would see the day Majulis say speed shops on the cars. How did that come about, and has that been a magical conjunction since y'all started working together with Evan C?
Yeah, I mean 100%. I feel like, yeah, a couple years ago we weren't on the best of terms, but kind of accepted where we were and moved past it, and now we're on top of everything, just trying to keep up with it, and you know, now we're spreading our knowledge around the whole community to our whole team, and just trying to have everybody on our side run up front and help where we can. Yeah, man, it's honestly great. I think we've taken off since we started it. Yeah, it's pretty evident. So hopefully we can just keep it up and keep these runs going for the brand.
Well, that is your winner here tonight, the 127 of Blake Majulis. Well, Mr. Outland, that will do it here tonight. Don't forget, next week, same place, same time, we are back in action. But we're going to go south, Mr. Outland. We're going to go towards your neck of the woods a little bit more. Volusia Speedway Park 4.
Yeah.
Round number 2. This is going to be, of course, after Monday night when these guys run for pro qualifiers. So good luck to everyone that raced here tonight and anyone tuning in that is running Monday night. Great. Good luck, and hopefully we will see them in the Pro Series and also back here Wednesday night for Volusia. But for Wesley Outland, for Charles Wooten, for Stephen Calavoda, my great admin and race control, for everyone behind the scenes, Drew Hopkins at Kentucky Dirt, iRacing League, and my co-sanction there, and Robinson Racing Promotions, we say God bless, good night. We will see you all next week. And don't forget, tune in just a little bit of time to hear Wesley Outland and the great people at LSRTV for some road racing.